Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is a collective reading for all my beautiful peoples. Sage my camera, sage me. This is a weekly reading for the collective. We're going to look at overall energy, challenges, blessings, advice, messages from spirit, and potential outcome if we get a peek. And potential because we have free will. We can change anything at any time that we want. We're going to start with an oracle card. Beautiful deck, the Wisdom Keepers. And cut. So we're going to start with one oracle card. See what message we get. Realism. Interesting. So I'm going to read you the message. Beautiful messages. Love this deck. Realism. There we go. And there's some different areas in here, and I love the My Gift to You area. Okay, my gift to you. I bring you a love of realism and common sense. I want you to stay connected to your ideals and visions without losing sight of the practical aspects of the creative process. Just as a seed needs a shell and a river needs its banks, your dreams need to understand the inherent structures of the world so you can bring them to life. Do not see these structures as stifling or for everlasting limitations, but as supportive vessels perfectly designed to take you where you need to go and no further. Remember to keep the heart of your dreams close while holding all systems, religions, and mindsets lightly. Get comfortable with uncertainty. Think outside the box and use playful language. Seeming plateaus don't mean nothing is happening. So that means when things slow down, don't think nothing's going on because it's going on in the background. And they say everything of true value lives within you. So be the eyes, ears, and mind of our universe, and soon you will be making magic. It's kind of like the marriage of creativity, magic, and the real world. I like that. You may want to play that back. That one's rather deep. Some of them are kind of clear, but that one's rather deep. Okay, overall energy. Overall energy for my beautiful peoples of my collective. One more shuffle. Overall energy for the next week-ish. The Ace of Fire, the Ace of Wands. The Five of Cups, the Four of Cups, and the Star. We got a little bit of this energy last week. With the Four of Cups to the Five of Cups, I sense like a dissatisfaction. Focusing on what we've lost, forgetting what we still have, or focusing on our dissatisfaction with what we have and focusing on lack, focusing on what we don't have that we want. So this is something to really watch out for, because we need to remember to be grateful that we can walk, for those of us that can, that we can get up in the morning, that we're still alive, that we can walk, that we have a place to live, whether we're sleeping on a friend's couch or we got a mansion. Even rich people get dissatisfied. We need to be grateful for our friends, for our family. And you know what I mean. If you have a shitty family, of course not, but make your own family. So the huge message that I'm getting here is we can, and that's the way the human mind goes. We kind of just fall there. We have to pull ourselves out. And some people stay there all their life. Well, I never really got the chances. I never really got a break. So-and-so, maybe a sister or a brother was always the golden child and parents gave them everything and didn't, do anything for me. And even if that's the truth, it's, as an adult, it's time to look in the mirror and say, okay, now what? What am I going to do to make my life better? And that's the message that I'm getting here. I feel some wallowing in unhappiness and dissatisfaction, and I think we need to snap out of it and be grateful for what we have and thankful for what we have. In this next week, please spend some time reflecting on what you do have. Ace of Wands. Excitement. A new start. Do you get an offer? Or when you start to focus on this, being thankful, does that open up the space in your heart and in your head to get excited about something new? Whatever sparks you get, please don't ignore them in this next week. Write them down. I just heard, and I don't know if I've ever said this before, maybe once or twice in the years that I've been doing this. If you dream about something, write it down. I don't know if you know who Tyler's Tarot is. Tyler Tarot, he's crazy. I love him. He cusses a lot and he's wild, but I love his readings. I had a dream that I was sitting next to him and I said, hey, will you do a reading for me? And he looked at me and he said, nope. And that's all I remember. I wonder if that means something. Anyway, be excited, be grateful, which is easy to say, get excited. But if you do get little sparks of ideas about something, please write them down. Don't forget them. And if you're not in the mood at the time to explore them and get excited, write them down for a time when you are, feeling more positive. And next week, I feel like you have some healing to do. The Star, it's about healing. It's about a wish or a dream come true. I feel like maybe reaching out to a trusted advisor or mentor. Do you have someone, like, I'm not saying, there's some people, and I really used to be like this, who had to put everything in front of a bunch of people to get a consensus. I no longer feel the need to do that. That's just when you're unsure. You don't feel strong within yourself. You don't trust your intuition. Nothing wrong with it per se. But it gets to the point where you don't want to continue always doing that. You want to start to trust yourself. Plus, you can't trust everybody. If people see you doing well, they'll give you bad advice. So the message that I'm getting is, if you have someone that you really trust, like I've got a couple of sisters that I could tell anything to, and I really trust their feedback. And one really, really good friend that I feel close to, that I would trust her feedback. And a lot of people that I wouldn't. I just wouldn't bother. It's just not appropriate. I don't think they'd get it, that kind of thing. Not like I'm surrounded by a bunch of enemies, but I think you know what I mean. So, next week, please focus on those things, those habits, that energy that helps you to trust yourself more, trust your intuition, that heals maybe why you're feeling so dissatisfied. And reach out to a trusted advisor. And you know what? It could even be therapy. But talk it over with someone you trust next week. That is the overall energy, and that's the messages that I'm getting. Let's look at challenges. Oops. That's the guidebook. What are some challenges that we will be looking at next week? I just saw the moon. Ooh, and judgment. What are some challenges that we may be faced with next week for my collective? What are some challenges? Ace of Pentacles, Death, Eight of Pentacles, King of Wands. Challenges. I'll start with death. Death is the ending of an old way of doing things and the beginning of a new. Traditionally, I'd say transformation, endings, but also renewals. And I'm doing this reading in the time of the Mercury retrograde. And there's a lot of re's happening in the retrograde, Mercury retrograde. Reassess, reaffirm, readjust, rethink, redo. I feel like something old is going away in your life. And that may be a real challenge for you. Is it your old ways of thinking negatively, being dissatisfied? Is it being surrounded by a negative group of people? They say you are the sum total of the 5 main people that you hang around with. What can you do? Really reassess and realize what is no longer serving you. Is it a way of thinking? Is it a group of people? Is it a person? Reassess it. It's time for something to go. We have the Ace of Pentacles to the Eight of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles, a gift, a new opportunity. It could be something that you are pining for, like a new house, a new car. It could be a real challenge for you because you really want it and you feel dissatisfied with what you have. And the Eight of Pentacles, the message is, the challenge is, you've got to work for it. Now, does this mean toil at minimum wage for 20 years? No. The Eight of Pentacles is mastering something. Master a positive attitude. With the King of Wands, master positivity, entrepreneurship, taking action, being a boss. That's what I feel like the challenge is. Ending some old way of being, group of friends, negative attitude, recognizing it and changing it. Then will the door open. But this is something that you have to work on. You don't just, epiphanies are like, you wake up in the morning and, oh my God, I see the light. I'm not dissatisfied anymore. Everything's hunky-dory. It's a process. You realize, man, I've really been in the dumps and negative lately. What an ungrateful MF I've been, you know? That does shift things, but you still need to work on it because the human mind, we're wired to think negatively and protectively. And it's hard for us to let things go, especially things that have been protecting us somehow. Thoughts, beliefs, habits, ways of being. So the challenge, figure out what it is that needs to go. Work on it. Own it. And that's how you will do better. Let's look at blessings. I like this deck. Let's look at blessings. What blessings can we share with the collective, our beautiful, that didn't work, our beautiful, beautiful collective? What blessings are on the way? Can we create? Do we need to keep an eye out for? Sometimes we can be so focused on our dissatisfaction and what we don't have that we miss opportunities. The traditional Four of Cups is someone sitting and staring at 3 cups like, ugh. And there's God behind them with a cup going, here's some love, here's some, here's something good. And they don't see it because they're so busy with their head down focusing on what they don't have. We've got the Chariot as a blessing, the King of Swords, the Five of Pentacles, Four of Cups again. I said what I said. Okay. The blessing is, and here's what I'm showing you exactly. Look at this person, head down, 3 cups, standing upright, good stuff. They're not even spilled. So, disenchanted, disappointed. Look at this gift. I don't know if you can see it well. My camera's not, it's a good camera, but mine probably might not be focusing it properly. But here's a hand with a gift, and this person isn't seeing it. That's the thing. You're getting the blessing of an opportunity next week. A new beginning, love for your life, where you've been dissatisfied with your life. Some kind of a blessing. With the Five of Pentacles, you will see that you can come in from out of the cold. Right now, your back is towards the warmth. There's a door. In traditional Rider-Waite, there's a big key there, like, take this key, open the door, come on in. I feel like this card is in the blessings area. I feel like, I really do, especially with the Death card, I feel like you're going to have an epiphany that's going to start you on a path of appreciation, gratitude, looking forward to the future, coming out from the cold. If you've been separated and isolated from people that love you, I feel like that's a self-isolation. And that if they have your best interests at heart and you love them and they love you, I feel like you can come in from the cold. You can get this thing back, whatever it is. If it's a relationship, if it's a positive outview on life. So we have the King of Swords, the blessing. Taking charge of your life. Having the discernment to see how much you have to be thankful for. Knowing that you can heal. You've got the Ace of Wands, excitement for life, the Ace of Pentacles, a new, solid, stable start. new opportunity. I really do feel like in this next week, guys, you're going to feel more clear than you have in a long, long time. And I feel like you're going to make decisions from this clarity that serve you, not from the emotional feeling sorry for yourself rut, victimhood. And with the Chariot is about moving forward and winning, okay? But it's also about having willpower and determination. So I would say willpower and determination to continue on this path of clarity, healing, letting go of negative mindsets, people, situations. This card is also saying a blessing that you can overcome these obstacles, but you need to take charge. And the two cards that are telling you to take charge, the King of Wands, well, and the King of Swords, actually, the three cards, and the Chariot. Kings take charge. Kings own. Kings master. Well, also we have the Eight of Pentacles, mastering something. You've got a lot of cards of mastering and taking charge and moving forward. The Chariot is about moving forward with determination. It's also about winning. Being successful, that's a blessing. Whether you know it or not, whatever this thing is, you will be able to change it, overcome it. I'm not sure what the thing is, but with the Death card, you're going to be able to let it go. Whatever this negative influence is, even if it's your own mind. The mind can be a very tricky thing. Very, very tricky thing. Let's look for advice from Spirit, messages from Spirit, advice from Spirit. See maybe if we can get a peek into the final outcome. Of course, potential outcome, because we have free will. Again, remember, even if you have an epiphany and you see, my God, I've been wallowing, a shift and a change will happen. But don't expect, like on Christmas Tale for Scrooge, like you're going to wake up, you know, after having this deep dream, and you're going to wake up and everything's automatically going to be better. It's a journey. It takes time. And we have to train our mind, because we will go back to those negative patterns, those negative thoughts, those negative inclinations. Maybe hanging out with the same negative people. It's habit. Okay, advice, messages from Spirit, potential outcome. Two of Cups, isn't that beautiful? Five of Swords, Three of Pentacles, Nine of Cups. I really, really dig this, okay? Where did I put this deck? Oh. Ooh. Okay, I don't know why I'm wasting time doing this during a reading. Sorry about that. Okay, where do I want to start? I want to start with the Five of Swords. So we've got the Five of Pentacles, the Five of Swords. Out in the cold, Five of Swords. A lot of mind effery going on here. This is either you effing with yourself in your head, negative beliefs, negative thoughts, clashing, what do they call it? Cognitive dissonance, like you know something's wrong, but you think up all kinds of excuses why you're still doing it. So it's internal, but it can also be external. There can be someone that is just messing with you. And then how could we be happy and satisfied with our lives if we're in this situation? That's why we have the death card. Whatever this thing is, it needs to stop. Maybe you can't be thankful. Maybe you can't be grateful in your current situation because you aren't, because you're in a really, really shitty situation. So what this is telling me is Spirit is saying you've got to get rid of this internal can't think of the word, conflict. Whether it's you messing with yourself or somebody messing with you and tearing you down. Someone saying, you ain't shit. You're not shit. You're not worthy. You're not attractive. You're not all of these things. Either you're saying it to yourself and you need to stop, or someone else is saying it to you and you need to go. Three of Pentacles, please find your tribe. We got this message last week too. If you've been isolating, or if someone has been trying to isolate you, find your tribe. And I said that with the star too. Find people or person or people who you know could be a trusted advisor, a trusted mentor. What I mean by that is someone that you could tell anything to, and they'll tell you if you're like, I think that's wrong, I think you're wrong. Someone that you know will tell you the truth. Or, I'm sorry you're going through this, what can I do to help? Or all of the above. But I feel like you need support, you need to ask for help, is what I'm hearing. And that's a message from Spirit. Get thee out of my space. Ask for help. We've got the Two of Cups to the Nine of Cups. Open yourself up to love. The Nine is a self card. All the nines are about self. And the Nine of Cups is a mini wish dream come true. It's the mini star card. It's the minor arcana of the major arcana, the star. And when I look at nines, I see work put in, I see growth. So this is growth within yourself regarding love. Oh, sorry. My iPad went off and I thought the camera went off, but it didn't. So do you grow by opening up to love? Or do you grow in self-love and then you're able to open up to love? I don't know. And please excuse my dog, of course, at the worst possible time. But the message is from Spirit. You got to love yourself. What does that mean? Creating boundaries. Establishing and enforcing boundaries. Keeping promises to yourself. There's all different ways. How can I love myself? How can I honor myself? How can I realize my self-worth? How can I grow my self-esteem? That's the Nine of Cups. Maybe you can do it by opening up and seeing how wonderful you are through someone else's eyes. Or maybe you work on yourself alone for a while and then you can open up to love. Twos are also about decisions. Maybe this is you making the decision that I am worthy of love, but I'm going to work on myself for a while. Anyway, that's the messages that I am getting for you. Thank you so much for joining. I really love these messages. Please take heed, protect yourself, find joy, own your life. And that's what I'm hearing. Thank you so much for joining. Love ya. And we'll see you next week. And see if I can turn this camera off without messing everything up. No? I use the iPad. We're going to let it go. 55, 56, 57, 58,